Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will study the various theories which are used for the shear stress calculation or to determine the expressions for the shear stress in turbulent flow. Before that, we will see the basic expression which is used for the shear stress in the turbulent flow. So, here we have considered a surface or an obstruction or an object. Okay, and the water is passing through this object at a velocity v infinity. Due to this obstruction, there will be the formation of boundary layer. Okay, so this part will be the laminar flow, this will be the turbulent flow, and the middle one is called as the transition flow. So we have to determine the expression for the turbulent flow. In this region, in the turbulent region, there is a formation of a layer which is called as laminar sublayer because some part of the flow present in this portion is of laminar. So this portion is called as laminar sublayer. So the total shear stress in this turbulent region is equal to shear stress due to laminar plus shear stress due to the turbulent flow. Okay, so this is the expression for the shear stress in the turbulent flow. It is equal to the shear stress due to the laminar sublayer plus shear stress due to the turbulent. This is the basic expression for the shear stress in the turbulent flow. Now we will move towards the various theories which are used in this turbulent flow. See, the first theory is called as the statistical theory, or it may also called as the Reynolds theory. According to this theory, the turbulent shear stress between two layers of a fluid at a smaller distance apart is given by this equation, that is tau is equal to rho into u into v. When the there are two layers of a fluid at a smaller distance apart from each other, the shear stress between these two layers is given by this formula, that is tau is equal to rho into u into v, where u and v are the fluctuating components of the velocity in the directions of x and y due to the turbulence. This u and v are the fluctuating components of the velocities which are in the direction of x and y. Since both the u and v vary, subsequently tau also varies. Therefore, to find the shear stress, the time average is taken and equation above equation can be written as this. Tau into rho u v bar. Okay, this can be written in the form of rho u v bar. So this is the expression given by the Reynolds theory for the shear stress. Okay, so now we will see the second theory, which is the eddy viscosity theory, which is also known as Boussinesq theory. Okay, according to this theory, the shear stress for the turbulent flow, that is tau t, can be written as eta into du bar by dy. Okay, where eta is called as eddy viscosity and u bar is the temporal mean velocity in the direction of flow at a point at a distance y from the solid boundary. Okay, so as per the Boussinesq theory or also by eddy viscosity theory, this shear stress can be expressed as eta into du bar by dy. Okay, now similarly to kinematic viscosity, we know kinematic viscosity is equal to mu upon rho. So the eddy kinematic viscosity epsilon is also obtained by dividing this eddy viscosity eta by the mass density rho. So the kinematic viscosity can be written as eta by rho. So when viscous action is also included, the total shear stress may be expressed as, now we have seen this in the video, that total shear stress acting in the turbulent flow region is equal to the shear stress due to the laminar sublayer, which is also called as viscous force, plus shear stress due to the turbulence. Now the value of tau v is mu into du by dy and value of tau t is nothing but eta into dv bar by dy. So the magnitude of the eta may vary from 0 to several thousand times of mu. This theory has some limitations, as values of the eta and epsilon cannot be predicted. So it has some limitations. Okay. Now we will see the main theory, that is Prandtl's mixing length theory. A theory question comes in exam based on this point, that is Prandtl mixing length theory. According to this Prandtl, the mixing length is defined as the average lateral distance through which a small mass of fluid particles will move from one layer to the another adjacent layer before acquiring the velocity of the new layer. What did Prandtl mixing length Prandtl, according to this Prandtl, he defined a mixing length as it is an average lateral distance between the small mass of fluid particles that will move from one layer to the another layer. Okay, so Prandtl assumed that u and v are the velocity components of the same order and the velocity fluctuation in x direction is related to the mixing length. So he considered that u and v are of same order. So v dash is equal to u dash is equal to L into du by dy. Okay, so mixing length into du by dy was equal to the velocities. So u dash into v dash bar is equal to u dash v dash bar is equal to L into du by dy into L into du by dy. The values of u bar and v bar, u dash and v dash are same, that is L into du by dy. So u dash into v dash bar will be equal to L into du by dy into L into du by dy, that is L square into du L square into du by dy square. Now from Reynolds theory we know that tau is equal to rho u dash v dash bar. So we can substitute the values of u dash v dash as rho into L square du by dy whole bracket square. So when viscous force is in action, the total shear stress can be expressed as tau is equal to mu into du by dy plus rho L square into du by dy whole bracket square. This is the shear stress due to the laminar sublayer, and this is the shear stress due to the turbulent flow. So this is used for the most of the turbulent flow problems for determining the shear stresses. So these three theories are used to determine the shear stress acting in the turbulent flow. First one was the Reynolds theory. The expression for the shear stress was given as tau is equal to rho into v dash into v dash bar. And second was eddy viscosity theory, which is also called as Boussinesq theory, that was given by eta into du bar by dy. And if the shear stress due to the laminar sublayer was considered, the expression was for the shear stress is equal to mu into dv by dy plus eta into dv bar by dy. Okay. Then the main theory was Prandtl mixing length theory, which gave the expression of the shear stress as rho into L square into du by dy whole bracket square. And if the viscous action was considered, that is the shear stress due to the laminar sublayer were considered, the expression was as this, that is tau is equal to mu into du by dy plus rho L square into du by dy whole bracket square. So these are the three expressions to calculate the shear stress in the turbulent flow. Clear?